Alright.
Hi. That's how I started it with Ellie.
Hi!
It's episode 2 in this series that we're calling Friendship Level 5.
It's from this game, right?
Yeah.
Sick!
So it's kind of...
It works,
I was hoping someone would pick Stardew Valley.
Of course I did, because...
Otherwise the series name wouldn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing the interview with Desiree today. So we did Ellie last episode.
I really don't like when you say my full name. It's really...
Desi.
Yeah.
We'll say Desi.
Yeah, thank you.
Last episode we did was Ellie. So I figured the next should be the second most important girl in my life.
Aww. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's awkward. He doesn't have anything written down for what to say, so he's having a moment.
I did not script myself out for this. I only wrote the questions down. I will get better at this. Hopefully.
He hopes.
Love
you.
Want to start with a nice and easy question?
Sure.
Hey, where the fuck did we meet and where?
Okay, well... Oh god. Our story's hilarious, though. Well, we met in high school. We met at the comp, actually.
Yeah.
We didn't hang out long because I went to Maverick right after. But, yeah, we met at the comp, and then we were separated for a couple years. And then you started dating my best friend at the time.
We were separated until we graduated.
I hadn't graduated yet when we got back, started talking again. I was still at Maverick when we started talking again. Because remember, the person you were dating,
Right, so you're further proving that I'm older than you.
Yes.
That's when I started talking to again, is when I was graduating.
Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't graduated yet. You're an old fart. We've had this discussion. Right, we have a gold one in here. What the fuck? Continue.
But yeah, we were...
Yeah, you started dating my best friend at the time, and she said, hey, I want your approval on my boyfriend. And the funny thing is about it, is she said your name and everything, and it just did not click in my brain. I was like, oh yeah, I'll meet this guy, gotta get the best friend stamp of approval. And we scared the shit out of her, because the moment we saw each other, it was like, holy shit, it's you! It's like, you know each other?
Fun fact about that, I don't usually go out with Alyssa a whole lot. Places.
Yeah.
So this was a very rare time that I went out with Alyssa.
Because she literally said, hey, we should go to the center because I want you to meet my best friend, and shit. He was like, okay, sure, why not? And yeah, that's when he saw me again. He's like, holy fuck, it's you.
Yeah. It was a nice getting to know you.
Scared the shit out of Alyssa, though. It was hilarious.
It was.
She was terrified. She's like, what the fuck? You guys know each other? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, it was
hilarious.
Still one of my all-time favorite reactions. Us, hugging because we know each other. We haven't seen each other in
years.
Years. What?
She was so lost. She's like, what the fuck? She must have thought we fucked around or some shit. I think that's what her initial brain was.
I don't think she thought you fucked around with anybody at first.
No.
At that time, you were innocent.
I was an innocent little fuck. Yeah, I blushed whenever anyone said penis. So that was the running joke at school. Everyone would say dirty words to me just to make me blush. That's not the case anymore.
It's definitely not the case anymore.
No, but that was everyone's fun joke with me. Was that
that you would blush at penis.
I would blush at any dirty word. Dirty words, I blushed.
Alright.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
Now that we know how me and you met.
Yeah.
What are some of your hobbies and favorite things to do?
Okay. Well, I'm a big theater nerd. I love acting. I haven't been able to do any for over a year because of work. But I love acting. I love reading. I've been trying to get back into reading. I like playing video games with you. Not hard video games. I have to play shit like this that's slow and cooperates
This
with
is
me.
probably the hardest game you play.
Oh, I'd say no. Probably like Detroit would probably be one of the harder.
Maybe Minecraft.
Yeah.
Minecraft would probably be one of the harder ones, actually, now that I think of it.
Well, I would also say Detroit would be harder because there's more,
Shit to fuck up?
yeah, you could easily kill people off, so... Trusting me with that shit isn't really smart, but, you know, whatever. Each their own.
Can't wait till your birthday.
I know, I'm excited. Yeah, video games. I like music. I play piano. Again, trying to get back into that. I've kind of lost a lot of my hobbies over the past few years. I've been working too much. So, but yeah.
Working takes a lot of hobbies away.
It really does. Plus, when you work at a job you don't really enjoy too much, you kind of feel a lot more drained, so... Sad to say, but yeah. Yeah.
Which is why you've noticed that I've been recording and streaming a lot. Because
Yes,
now I'm finally at a job where I like.
Yeah, so that's my next step, hopefully.
Well, hopefully you're looking to replace your job when we get back.
From Saskatoon, yeah. I'm hoping to. It's a hope, but we'll see.
You went to school for that.
I did, yes, but it's just not working out in my favor, so.
You said you're a theater nerd. What's your favorite theater? Show. Theater show. Play. That's the correct
I was
term.
gonna say, you got that all fucking
Play
wrong,
is
man.
the correct term.
My favorite play? Don't
Yeah.
ask me that, I got too many.
I'll start listing them. Let's go.
Okay.
Fucking hit the top.
If we're gonna do a top 10 for me, it's fucking musical, man. Well, if we're talking... For me, it's musicals and Shakespeare that I like the most. So if we're talking musicals, Six is my new all-time favorite. I'm obsessed with it. Hamilton. I showed you that one. You liked that one.
You did show me Hamilton. I did genuinely enjoy Hamilton, actually.
Greatest Showman. Phantom of the Opera will always be an all-time favorite of mine. There's more, but it's hard to remember off the top of my head right now. Shakespeare plays, basically any of them, but my all-time favorite would have to be Romeo and Juliet, which is so cheesy.
Because you're a nerd!
Yeah, I'm a cheesy bitch, I know. Of course, everyone's like, you know that story's horrible, right? I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. It's romantic as shit. And they're like, no, it's not. It's not, but, you know, that's okay. It's not. It's actually really bad, but you know what? I don't give a fuck, okay? No fucks given.
Oh my god, just seeing the Iridium Ore statue. Oh my god, I missed that.
Right? And also, look at our money in this game.
Yeah.
We literally can, like, spend as much as we want and not give a fuck.
Sorry. That was just...
Did you get distracted?
God, I fucking missed this far.
I do too.
Outside of plays, what would your favorite show be? Like the television show /
Television show? Well, right now my big TV show, well, I have a couple that I watch a lot right now. There's The Tudors, which I've told you about. This is something I guess no one would really know about me. I'm a big I'm a little bit of a history buff with anything to do with like Victorian era or anything like that, or old English monarchs, because I've been obsessed with talking about Six and The Tudors. It's about the life and wives of Henry VIII and his reign. I've been following along with that since I've started watching this show, because I first saw it on TikTok and I was like, this looks really interesting. I love shows like this, anything with that Victorian era type vibe. Royalty in general, I really like, so but yeah, it's been my latest obsession.
It's partially the reason I do think, if you don't like any of them, I think you would genuinely enjoy Syndicate of the Assassin's Creed series.
Yeah.
Because that's big
Victorian era.
Victorian era. Area?
Era. Sick.
Sorry, I just woke up.
Yeah, he had a nap. I had supper and he had a nap because he ate earlier. Because I was napping earlier. So.
Yeah, no, I think you would be a big fan of that one at least. If any.
Oh, probably, yeah. I also been watching Chicago Med. My parents got me into that one, and I've been watching that one lately too. Those are my two big TV shows that I've been watching. And then if I want to do like an old comfort show that makes me feel good, I do like Family Guy or
Glee.
Yeah. You sound so thrilled when you say Glee.
Low Glee. Sorry. Low key though, when you showed me Glee, I thought I'd fucking despise it. Turns out I only despise one person.
Who's that?
What's her name? Rachel?
Fucking Rachel, yeah.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Fucking hate that bitch.
Yeah, no, literally when I initially was gonna show him the show, I said, I really want you to watch the show with me because it's my favorite show and I really want you to you have to at least watch like 5 episodes to get the feel. Because you're like, oh, I'll watch 1. I'm like, no, you need to watch at least 5 to know for sure if you're gonna like it or hate it.
I was hooked after episode 1, I'll be real.
You just hated Rachel's guts.
Oh, I hated Rachel.
Yeah, isn't it sad though that everyone said I was Rachel?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you're such a Rachel. And I'm like, I'm not that much of a bitch though.
Oh, she's so bad.
She's a cunt.
She is so bad.
Yeah.
You also technically have one more television show you watch. You watch wrestling.
Oh yeah, I watch.
Hence why we're going.
Yeah, I've started watching wrestling. That's one of the first things we bonded over when we started dating was we both were into wrestling. I didn't watch it as religiously as you at the time, but
said I will always remember that I wore the Age of Orton shirt.
And I instantly recognized it.
And you're just like, hey, Randy Orton shirt. I'm like, all right, sounds cool. You know who this is. Perfect.
Like, I like that. I like a person who knows fucking wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of wrestling, do you have a favorite wrestler in any?
Oh my god, that's such a hard question for me to answer.
Start with females, and then we can go to males.
Okay, and what show are we starting with? Either or.
You fucking go nuts.
Okay, I guess we'll start with WWE because that's what I watched first. We're going female.
Fucking 11,000, holy shit.
Yeah. If we're talking females first, olden day wrestling, I would say Lita or Trish Stratus. Like nowadays, like modern day.
Lita.
Well, Trish is pretty sick. She's a pretty good heel right now. Loving it. Probably. Oh fuck. Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is my female crush in wrestling. He can attest to this. She comes on screen and I go dumb. I literally am like drooling over her.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be the worst scenario in the world when I'm watching wrestling when Becky and Rhea face off against each other. It's gonna be the worst experience of my life.
Because Ozzy's obsession is Becky and mine is Rhea, so we're both just gonna be there drooling and he's gonna be like,
it's gonna be the worst experience of my life.
Yeah, she's my obsession. Men, olden day. Oh fuck, there's so many. Undertaker, Kane, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. Like, well, Randy Orton's more modern, but he was older. John Cena. I'm sure there's more, but that's all I can think of off the top of my head right now. Modern day. I know he's not there right now, but Bray Wyatt. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. My man crush, Drew McIntyre. I call him my sexy Scottish man.
You call him that?
He is my sexy Scottish man, and I love him. I'm sure there's more, but I'm just having a hard time remembering.
LA Knight, right?
No! I don't like him.
Fucking hates LA Knight.
And everyone's like, oh, everyone's supposed to like him. He's a face. I'm like, I don't.
He's not a face. He's a heel.
But he's getting built up to be this big thing, and I'm like, ugh.
Fuck this guy.
Gross. Yeah, I don't like him. He likes him.
I fucking love him.
Ozzy likes him, but I don't.
Who's your favorite heel, actually? Do you have a favorite heel?
Heel?
That isn't Roman?
Well, yeah, Roman.
Or Rhea?
But I don't know, man. Those are probably the two that I would say are my favorite heels, honestly, because I can't really think of any other.
You're a real, like, if you're a bad guy, I'm gonna boo you. If you're a good guy, I'm gonna cheer you kind of person.
I really am. Even you said that before. You're like, God damn, woman, like, fuck.
I'm a very, if you're good, I'm gonna cheer you. If you're good in the ring, you're good with me.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dry throat.
That's fair. Oh, okay, I guess we'll go AEW now.
Yeah, go go AEW.
Because I didn't initially watch AEW. I didn't start watching AEW until I started dating you. Okay, we'll go females first. Saraya. Is it Saraya or Saraya?
I think it's Saraya.
Saraya. Tony Storm. Dr. Britt Baker.
Dimada.
I love so many of the females in AEW. Like,
If only AEW loved their women.
yeah, it's kind of sad. They don't have the same, like, yeah, the women don't get the same build as some of the others do.
A recent one is Willow. We both really like Willow.
Willow's really good. Yeah, I agree. She's really good. Fuck. Yeah. Favorite men? Jungle Boy. I love Jungle Boy. Well, I guess he's Jack Perry now.
Jack Perry.
He's now Jack Perry. That still blows my mind, but okay. Stroke Daddy, Ricky Starks. Love that man. He's great.
You used to hate that man.
I didn't hate him.
You didn't like him.
I don't know. He just didn't give a good vibe initially. I don't know what it was. I've had a few like that. Oh, fuck. I forgot one of the men in WWE. Fucking Gunther. I used to hate him too, and I love him now.
While Drew was champion, we were discussing people who could potentially challenge Drew for the title. And I mentioned Gunther, and Des is like, I don't see the appeal. Now every time Gunther's out, Desi's like, this is gonna be a fucking great match.
He's good.
I'm fucking invested. It's gonna be great.
I'm also kind of obsessed with his...
With Ludwig's, like,
No, when he takes
the jacket twirl.
When he takes his jacket, yeah. I got so mad at the last pay-per-view when they fucking didn't show it. I was so pissed. Like, that's bullshit! Fucking assholes. No, literally, he can tell you, I was so pissed.
Very upset.
I was so pissed. Like, fuck! Yeah. Luchasaurus is really good in AEW as well. Wardlow, I like him a lot. The Young Bucks. Kenny is one of my all-time favorites in AEW. John Moxley, basically the BCC in general. I mean, I have a sweater of them, so
You do.
they're my favorite, probably one of my favorite factions ever. I'm sure there's more. I can't. Adam Cole, baby. I love Adam Cole.
Are you gonna buy the new MJF slash Adam Cole shirt? Because that MJF made them.
There's that MJF.
Yeah, because they're partners.
Fuck no.
So MJF made them a shirt.
I'm interested because Adam Cole, but
it
fuck.
says it has the better than you. That's MJF, and then underneath it says Bebe.
No.
So it's better than you, Bebe.
No. Now I'm interested in it, but I don't want MJF anywhere on my body. If you can't figure out, I hate MJF. I don't like MJF. MJF sucks. I don't like MJF. He's such an ass. Fuck, now I'm interested in that shirt now. Fuck. Another one for me?
Yeah, I got a few still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't think of any more wrestlers off the top of my
Okay,
head.
then I'll go to the next question.
Yeah.
So now, just getting away from that, is there, if you could have like a dinner with two people, past, present, future, who would they be and why?
Fuck, that's a deep.
Have some deep thinkers in this one.
Could I go past and like present?
Yeah. Past.
Well, if I'm going past,
It can be more than two as well. I was using two as
I'm gonna do one past and one present. Past, William Shakespeare.
See how much drugs he was on.
I also just want to meet the genius that is William Shakespeare, because I love Shakespeare's work. I'm a nerd for it. Everyone thinks I'm weird, but whatever.
Shout out to, actually, is that all the Shakespeare plays you have over there?
Yeah, that big fucking book, wherever it is, my big fucking thing.
No, the blue books that you have, on the top.
Oh, those are all, those are all my, my plays, yeah, the Shakespeare plays. I got them from a friend that I did Shakespeare with.
I am referencing it, but I'll take a picture and it'll be in the video. Right there.
I have a pile of them, yeah, they're the, what are they called? Fuck, I can't remember exactly what they're called, but they have a specific name. It basically has the original play on one side, and then it has the, like, a translation, English translation on the other side.
That's the only way I can read them.
I like to call it, Shakespeare for Dummies. If you're like, I don't understand shit. I don't need it, but it's kind of nice to see the translations of it. So William Shakespeare, and honestly, any of the wives of Henry VIII. I would be obsessed.
Or
even Henry VIII to be like, why the fuck were you such a dick? Like,
Ayo, bitch.
Ayo, motherfucker, why are you such an asshole?
That's fair, honestly.
Present. Rhea Ripley.
You don't want to talk to Rhea. Well, you want to have a sit down with Rhea, but you want Rhea to slam you down through like the fucking table you're sitting at.
No comment.
I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. Yeah, straight up, I plead the fifth. Drew McIntyre. Oh, my alarm's going off. Hey. Yeah, those books, by the way, they're called No Fear Shakespeare. Anyway, yeah, Drew McIntyre, Rhea Ripley.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Understandable. That's very fair.
Understandable. Have a good day. Yeah.
Good day. What did I just had my phone and I don't remember where I put it. Good job, trusting you. So I can do it.
You're so good at this.
I'm not.
I know.
See, I'm a streamer. I'm not a recorder, and you can tell.
Yes, I can definitely tell by.
Going back to before, just out of curiosity, you were mentioning leaving your job. Is there a job that you would like to do specifically, or that you're trying to go and get?
Well, I used to work at a daycare before COVID hit. And I loved working at daycare and doing that stuff. And I was debating, I was just about to go back to school for it actually when COVID hit, but then I got let go from my job. So if I could, I'd like to go back into working in a daycare setting. Because another thing about me, I love children.
Which was a big plus for me!
That was like one of his biggest pluses when he started dating me was, oh, she likes kids, I'm set.
Well, actually, I don't actually know if this has ever been said on stream or anything. Fun fact about Desiree, she's actually the godmom to Ellie.
As you and Alyssa have both put it, godmom to stepmom.
Yeah.
Basically, as a joke, but yeah. They originally chose me as godmom for Ellie because at the time when Ellie was
itty bitty
conceived,
yeah,
me and Alyssa were best friends, and she couldn't think of anybody else to be godmom. And, well, actually, she didn't even make the suggestion for godmom. You did.
Yeah, she was having such a debate with thinking of it, and I was like, why don't you just ask Desi?
And she was like, oh yeah, that'd be
We
smart.
both know Desi. So, yeah.
I cried when they told me.
Did.
I did. I cried so hard. I'm like, oh my god.
You did cry.
I did, very much so. And that's when you guys were like, okay, good choice.
Hey, we'll leave it off with, like, this could be, like, the longest question and answers. Is there any worthwhile stories that you have in your life? Just yourself? Like, funny stories or something that either involve just you or you and me? And, yeah. For the friendship that we have had, has there been stories that are worth telling?
Well, has your stream fully heard, like, how we got together? Because I think that's, like, one of the funniest things about me and you is our story of how we ended up together.
I don't think we may have tidbitted
talked,
it.
Okay.
But I don't think the story has ever fully been told.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell it on here because it's fucking hilarious, guys.
That's what this series is for.
It's fucking hilarious. So, like I said before, initially we met at the comp and we were just friends. We weren't even that close of friends. We just were buddies. And this bitch liked me for on and off for over 8 years, and I had no fucking idea. The entire time we were friends, you had a crush on me, but you never said anything. Plus, most of the time, when you were single, I was dating, and when I was single, you were dating. So it was like that, you know, like, oh, it just didn't work, right? But yeah. Fuck, I gotta remember what I'm talking about. But yeah, basically what happened was, yeah, we were friends for 8 years. I was super close with you and Alyssa for the longest time. Again, that's why you guys picked me as godmom for Ellie. But yeah, like I said, meeting you again was hilarious because I was like, she said your name and everything, and I didn't fucking know. I was like, oh.
Didn't even clue in.
Did not clue in. She's like, well, I want you to meet my boyfriend Tristan. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. And I was like, oh fuck, that one. That Tristan.
I know that one.
That Tristan. Okay. Oh, baby. Hi. Okay.
Papa.
But yeah, so basically after that, I went to Maverick, and we were split up, and then yeah, we reconnected through Alyssa, and then we were just buddies, and you dealt with my dating drama for a long time.
I'll be real, you dealt with my dating drama for a long time too.
That's fair, but it was the thing that was really hilarious about it is I would always go over to your guys' house to bitch to you, and I'd always look at Alyssa and be like, no guys like me, I'm not desirable by anybody. You know the cliche girl thing that girls are like, no one likes me, I'm not desirable by anybody, and this motherfucker sitting there like...
Fun fact, Desi never really clued into this, but every time she would say that, Alyssa would look at me.
She'd give Tristan a dirty look
this is not a joke.
No, I did never clue in because I'm stupid.
But every time Desi would like look down being upset, Alyssa
would like,
no
one likes
Alyssa
me.
Would deadpan me. I'm like, I'm not fucking saying a word.
Like, shut up, I can't see shit. But yeah, so basically there was a lot of that. You just dealt with my dating drama for the longest time. And then when you and Alyssa split, I remember I heard about you guys splitting because at the time I was dating one of your past friends, and he told me that you guys had split up. And I remember I was sitting there one day and I was like, yo, I'm worried about this motherfucker. Like, I'm worried about Tristan. Like, he seems like he's having a rough go. So well, Adam, he was like, well, why don't you fucking message him then? You have a phone, that's what it's for. So I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll text him and check in with him and make sure he's okay. So I texted him and I'm like, hey, like, it seems like you've been going through a tough time. Sorry to hear that. Just letting you know, if you ever want someone to, like, hang out with or, like, to watch Ellie for you for a little bit if you need a break, like, hit me up, you know, like, totally down for that. Just let me know. And, that's what led to you asking me out, right?
It is a big reason of why I asked you out, yes.
Because I reconnected with you and said, hey, like, you should, like,
it was nice to have someone that felt like they cared. For like a year, I didn't feel like I had anybody like that, so it was nice to have that, like, yo, someone actually cares about me.
Yo, you ever need help? Hit me up, bro, you know? But yeah, and then literally, you asking me out was hilarious, and I feel really bad about that still.
So, I called over Adam to my house, because I didn't know if there was anything going on between them before. And I was like, hey...
That's a whole other story.
I was like, hey, man, can you come over for a little bit? And I have to ask you some questions. Like, I have to ask you a question. Like, and I'd rather do it in person than over text. So he came over, and I'm like, would you be opposed if I, like, asked out Desi? And he went, yeah, you should go for it. So we walked over. It was really fucking late.
It was. Well, also, I was in Moose Jaw at the time, because I was actually looking at an apartment in Moose Jaw that day. And I remember I got back, and, well, Adam had texted me, said, hey, by the way, Tristan's here. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, I don't care. And then when I was like, cool, I can tell you both together, then, I guess. And that's when I decided I was moving to Moose Jaw. And I remember I told them both that. And it was hilarious, because I noticed there was, like, this weird tension going on, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And literally it was hilarious. I said, yeah, I'm moving to Moose Jaw in like 2 weeks. Adam goes, well, Tristan, she's moving to Moose Jaw in 2 weeks. You're there looking uncomfortable as fuck, and I'm like...
So there was like really no option. I had to...
He either had to ask me out there, or he wasn't asking me out, basically. He basically got put on the pedestal of, oh, bitch, it's happening today, or you ain't doing it, so... And then when you did, I felt so bad, because I don't know if it was just like my fight or flight response kicked in, but it wasn't even that.
If it was a fight or flight, you chose flight.
Not that it was a fight or flight response. I think I was so shocked by it that I just didn't know how to respond at the time. So I was like, I gotta go call my sister, and I left the apartment.
I asked her if she wanted to go out, and she said, was it your sister called you, or?
I was like, it's like, oh, my sister's calling me. I'll be right back.
And she just left the apartment. And I looked at Adam, and Adam went, well, she didn't say no. I'm like, she may as well have. She just walked out. She didn't answer anything.
See, I realized in my head, I was like, I wanted to say yes. I'm not saying I didn't want to say yes at the time, but it's just my brain didn't quite click into, I should say yes before leaving. I kind of just left. And I realized I phoned Dakota, and I'm telling her, I'm like, oh my god, like, he asked me out.
Didn't even Dakota was like, go back in there and say yes?
Yeah, literally, she's like, wait, did you tell him you said yes? I'm like, no, I haven't said, I was like, well, no. She's like, what the fuck, you left the poor man in there, fucking, Jesus, bitch, get off the phone with me and go fucking say yes, you asshole. She was quite mad at me, and I realized after, I'm like, oh, that was such a dick move, fuck. And I went back in, and I was like...
And you still didn't say yes right away. Like, we started, like...
Talking about something else.
And it was so abrupt, because you just turned to me and you went, oh, by the way, yes. And I'm like, thanks.
I felt so bad. I am very sorry.
You left me on edge for, like...
An hour.
Half an hour.
I am sorry about that. I do still apologize for that. So like, to funny. This day, we still talk about it. I'm like, I really am sorry.
It was so funny.
But yeah. And now, August 12th will be 3 years.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's so long.
That's crazy. That'll be my... Well, actually, you're already my longest relationship.
Woo!
As of...
You're not quite. You're almost.
I was gonna say 3 and some months or something would be yours.
3 years... 3 months, I think.
Mm. Yeah, you became mine at 2 years. Because my longest was about 2 years.
Because my longest was Ellie's mom.
Yeah. I mean, duh, you have kids. But yeah, no, I remember, even after that, I think it was like a couple days after you asked, we planned to go on our first date. And I still remember it vividly because you texted me and you're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, I tried to get a sitter for Ellie so we could go on this date. And I couldn't fucking find anybody because at the time you didn't have a lot of people to babysit Ellie for you, right? So you're like, do you just want to reschedule? Like, we can reschedule. I'm so sorry. And I went, just bring the fucking kid with you. And you were like, are you sure? I'm like, you have the kid. You can bring the kid. Like, if you can't find a sitter, that's fine. We'll just plan another day where we can go just me and you. So you brought the kid with you, because I was like, just bring the kid with you, question mark?
It was great.
He liked that. He appreciated that. I know you appreciated that.
I did, very much so.
Because, not a lot of people would be chill with a child.
Especially on a first date.
A 2.5 to 3-year-old child on a first date. But we were just going for coffee anyway.
I think it was about...
She was
just turned...
She was 2.5, I think.
2, and yeah, she just turned 2 recently, so it's...
She was at about that, when I started dating you, she was at like that 2.5. Because I remember I was dating you when she hit 3.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've been here for her 3rd birthday, her 4th birthday, and her 5th birthday.
Yep.
Actually, I don't think I was here for her 3rd birthday.
No, you were in Musha.
But I was here for her 4th and her 5th.
Yep.
Why?
Because we were living together.
Yeah.
Fun fact about her moving to Moose Jaw is I helped her and her roommate move to Moose Jaw.
And then you stayed with me for like 3 or 4 days, I think.
I think it was 3 or 4.
Because at that week you didn't have Ellie, so you stayed with me in Moose Jaw for a few days, then you got driven back down, and then I came and visited you like every other week. Every couple of weeks I was coming to swim.
But it was so funny because Desi's whole thing when we first started dating was,
oh my god, you're gonna bring this up.
we need to take it slow, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's cool. Let's take it as slow as you need. We'll take this as slow as we need. That night, the first night we were in Moose Jaw, we went to a bar with her and her roommate.
I got very drunk.
She got very drunk, and we went outside for something. I think
I was cooling off.
you were cooling off, or I was calling somebody.
I can't remember.
I don't fully remember what it was, but I don't even know how it was brought up.
What the fuck?
You put the watering can on the side. How did it even be brought up? How was it even brought up? You probably don't even remember. Why am I asking you?
Yeah, no, I don't remember. We had been dating for what?
Maybe 2 weeks.
I was like, hey, I love you, and you're like, okay.
I think you said that, and I went, so much for taking it slow.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Because it was like that.
It was so quick, yeah.
It was a very abrupt and caught me very off guard.
Well, because we've had the discussion, you said, well, I don't take things very slow. I take things a lot faster than I probably should. I remember you told me that when we started dating. And that's when I told you, yeah, well, with me, you're going to have to take it slow. And you're like, yeah, that's fine.
I was like, I'm cool taking it slow. It probably helped me to take things slower than I usually do, and then,
I'm sorry.
It didn't go slow.
Well, it did.
It even then, yeah, actually, it's still...
I mean, we're still going, we're not going, slow, but we're still, we're not engaged, we're not getting married, we're not pregnant. It's like,
yeah.
That is not happening for a while.
The fastest we did was moving in together, but that was because you were moving back from Musha, and I'm like, fucking just come live with me.
Yeah, I know that was one of my biggest things when I was coming back, is I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do. And you were just like, you could just move in with me. And I'm like, that is a valid option. That was a little quick, I must say. We did jump the gun on that, but, I didn't have much other option, so.
It was that or go live with Adam again or your parents.
And I didn't want to live with my parents again, and I'm also gonna live with Adam again, so. Yeah, so that was a thing. Sure. Well, and even Ellie now knows that I've been around long enough for Ellie that she's like, oh, it's so funny. When we bicker with each other, she gets so mad. It's hilarious. She's like, hey, quit that shit.
Before Ellie would, when we first started, Ellie and her were very at each other's throat because they were fighting for, I'll say it, they were fighting for attention from me.
Yes, because that is one thing with dating a single dad. As a woman, I admit I am a very attention-seeking woman. When I am dating someone, I want attention. So having another human vying for that attention is sometimes difficult to deal with, especially if I'm like, I just want fucking attention, man. But I think me and her have come to an agreement now that we kind of know the boundary of what we're doing. And
if you compare nowadays to how it was when we first started dating,
it's
heads and shoulders better.
Another thing, though, I think for me was the fact that we have our own spaces now. While in the one bedroom, we were all in like one area, so it was very hard.
I don't remember it was ever shown other than this like streaming setup. Fuck, there was no like Ellie had her room, but she was barely in it. But she was very much in my space.
She was never not in your space in the one bedroom. And I never had a problem with it. It's just it was hard sometimes when it was like I'd like time with you, but then she always had her shit like in the space. I've gotten way better with it though, and I admit it was rough in the beginning. But
you also knew it was going to be a little rough in the beginning.
I knew it was going to be an adjustment period, and even when I said I was starting to date you, even my parents were like, like you understand that you're dating a dad, which means you're going to have to share attention. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I know, it's fine.
She has done very good, though.
I have gotten a lot better, and I'd like to think me and Ellie have come to this understanding that we're like, we can coexist now. Not even just coexist, but
like
she likes me around now?
Yeah.
I don't think, not that she didn't before, but it was...
She liked you having... It was more of like a friendship thing at first, but now she kind of gets that, like, you're one of my parents.
She views me as a
parent.
An authority figure to her, for sure, yes. She even says to her friends, to random strangers at Tim Hortons, these are my parents.
There's some... It's very odd that she'll say, like, this is my mom, this is my stepmom, Des, and my dad. Most of the time, honestly, now she just says, this is my dad and this is my Des.
Yeah. I'm honestly okay with that, though. I honestly prefer that, to be honest. I don't care what she calls me, and I've said that to you from day one. I don't care what that
she
kid
likes
calls
to. She doesn't say stepmom or anything, which is fine.
It is her call what she wants to call me.
She doesn't. She has now put a "you're hers"
in
front of it. It's not a "this is Des." It's "this is my Des."
Well, no, and it has seriously gotten to the point now where she sees us fighting and she gets mad at us. She's like, "Hey, quit that shit." There's been a few times she's like, "Are you bickering?" Yes, Ellie, we're bickering.
Stop squabbling.
That's the big one. Hey, there's times we're just talking to each other, and me and you, like, argue with each other, we're like, hey, fuck you,
Well, we'll swear at each other and
just
pretend.
That's the way we show love. And she's like, hey, quit squabbling.
Stop squabbling, guys.
We're like, Ellie, we're not squabbling, we're play fighting. She's like, oh, so you're not mad at each other? No, we're not mad at each other. Okay, good. What was it the one time? Oh my god, me and you had this huge blow up. Like we were like it was bad.
It was a pretty big fight.
It was a bad fight. It was bad enough that I left for a night. And I remember when I came back, we talked and figured it all out and whatever. And I remember Ellie was with us that week.
That's what you do with relationships.
You gotta talk that shit out. But I remember we talked, and then me and you made up, and we talked it all through and whatever. And then Ellie was with us that week, and I remember she came out, and she said, so, she's like, are you guys done fighting? We said, yes, Ellie, we talked. We're good now. She's like, what was it she said? It was so...
Does that mean you're gonna sleep with Dad tonight?
Does that mean you're gonna stay home tonight? Yes, Ellie, I'm gonna stay home tonight. Yay! I was like, oh god, kid. Fuck. Yeah, it's really funny. Well, not funny, but it is in a way funny.
It's funny and cute.
It is cute, yeah.
But
yeah.
Is there any other stories that you that we got?
Well, besides our dating story, I'm sure you guys know I have a twin sister. I mean, you've seen her in streams, but I am a twin. A fraternal twin, but I'm still a twin. You could even put a picture and be like, look at these two bitches, yeah.
They're the same.
What? We're not. We are chalk and cheese.
You're what now?
Chalk and cheese. That's what my parents call us. I'm the cheese. Me and Dakota had actually debated getting, like, chalk and cheese tattoos as, like, a sister tattoo. Because we're just so, like, literally, if you look at the two of us side by side, we have some things that are similar about us, but we are two completely different people. Like, we look different, we act different, we're into different things. I'm a newfie. You guys probably didn't know that. I'm a
I keep forgetting that you're a newfie.
I know you keep. I don't seem like a typical newfie. I don't like.
The only time I can really tell you are is when you're around your mom.
Because I got a little bit of an accent. That my newfie accent.
Your accent comes out hard when you're around your mom.
Well, because my mom has one too. When we both get wound up, that's when the accent comes out. So I was like, oh my fuck! Like, I still remember the first time it came out. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, it was something.
It was something for sure.
Because if we don't have any other stories, I've been recording for quite a bit.
I talk a lot. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
I'm a big.
It's all good. I just know that next episode won't be this long. Spoiler alert! I already have the next episode recorded. I just wanted to get Ellie and Desi's done first.
As number 1 and number 2 in his life, he had to get those two done first.
Yeah, episode 1 was number 1, and number 2 is Desi.
Yeah.
Woo! But yeah. As long as you don't have any other things you want to talk about.
No, I think I'm okay. Again, I apologize for my babbling. I know it was probably a lot to understand sometimes.
I know I asked Rory this when I did his episode. Is that you don't have any socials to find you at, do you?
Well, I mean, I have my Facebook.
Yeah, but I wouldn't advertise that.
No. Well, I'm not a gamer like you guys are. I don't have anything that...
You can find Des when she's streaming with me.
Basically, yeah.
Twitch.tv/Bongo
Boingo. Yeah, that's when I show up, is on his streams.
Yeah.
We do Stardew streams all the time. We do Minecraft streams every once in a while.
On October 7th-ish, that area.
Yep.
Depends. We're doing Detroit Become Human.
Because that is one of my all-time favorite games.
So yeah, look for those.
Yeah.
But I think we'll call her there.
Sounds good.
Goodbye.
Bye.